Haha! Launch! I'm not used to how well these tires grip. I thought the 805 on the rear was grippy except for the whole lateral stability thing. I thought that's all I wanted out of those tires was that they had some offset lugs. But just to be honest, there's more to it than that. And I let this sneak up on me yesterday and again today. Goodness, I love these tires, even on the road, except for the noise. My only complaint so far is the rear tire, the center lugs are noisy. So on that note, I think it's time to start one subject for a quick vlog, and I think I'll stand up so I don't have to concentrate on two things. This one is a time-based thing. I feel if I review something, I personally like to have time with it, put it through all of its phases before I give my opinion on it being good, bad, worth it, whatever. I'm running the MotoZ Tractionator Adventures. Bike weighted down, worn out stock suspension. Tires are over-aired for street use, much less dirt. And these things just keep surprising the crap out of me off-road, especially considering I should air them down. I keep saying I'm going to because I want to be amazed further, but like this is churned up sand from the plethora of hunters that have been out here, and I mean plethora. I run into a bunch yesterday out here. But I also went through a bunch of red clay slick silty mud, some of the what I call yellowish owl poop slick stuff, mud. And it was all on this route, along with sand. Some of it was silt mixed in underneath it, and some of it, you know, packed in from all the rain. Some of it drifted and mixed with silt, and then some of it churned up, rutted with the fluffy, powdery stuff. All the extra weight and the overpressurization, I just absolutely, yeah, this was the silty outpoop stuff right there, the sand mix. These tires just keep impressing me more and more. I still want to air them down to my norm. I usually run a compromised pressure in my tires, a little lower than I like for street, a little higher than I like for dirt. It's like that medium, and it usually works out well for me, well enough. I just ride within the means, both on road and off road. But honestly, after feeling these tires, I have a feeling it will be so much better than what I'm used to. Well, it's already better than what I'm used to with them over-aired, more than I normally even run on the street. They're already better than the other tires, the Shinko 804, 805s. I got a feeling about the only thing that'd be better than this as far as traction goes off-road would be the old tried and true D606 Dunlop on the rear with a Pirelli MT21 on the front. But those don't last very long on the road, and I do both. And so that's my thing right there is, what can do both? I hate compromised stuff, but I'm not changing wheels and tires constantly because I do both all the time. Mixed on the same rides more often than not. And I haven't trailered my bike anywhere for a riding destination yet. I don't plan on it, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not saying it won't happen, it could. But these tires, I just want to say, I haven't had them long enough to air them down to use them the way I normally use a tire. But because they are impressing me so much, I figured I could give that much information right now. I mean, and I bought these used, just FYI. They had 2,000 miles on them. The back tires definitely show wear. The front tire really didn't even look broken in proper yet, but the guy that had them before me from Ocala, he didn't like the front sand and unless you air it way down, and he doesn't like the airing up and down thing. So he took them off and they sat in the shed. Yeah, this is where I take a right. That's why he didn't like them. I don't mind them at all. I was dealing with the 804 up front. I like the price point of the 804, but honestly, that was its only selling point. I mean, it looked like it should do well, other than lateral stability. I knew about that before I got it. I figured I could deal with that. And it's definitely an issue. But here I am going off tangent again, and we're not talking about the 804. Talking about the MotoZ Tractionator Adventure. And luckily enough, these tires are tubeless design, meaning you can use them on a tubeless or a tube rim. But since I've converted to tubeless, I can't wait to report on how many miles I get to put on them, which won't be the true tally since I'm not sure if 2,000 miles is correct or not. The rear being worn down in the center. Mike told me that he had a heavy throttle hand, so that's why the center was worn down. That's understandable. I'm the same way on them. But I'm liking them so much so far that I'm definitely going to spend $150. Last I checked, for a replacement rear to go with this front that's not wearing down very quickly. I think I have about 1,000 miles on the back, and I honestly can't tell but a little bit of difference in wear from the supposed 2,000 it had on it. And I had discounted buying this tire because of the price, but at $20 for the set, I couldn't pass them up to try them out, even if the rubber wasn't brand new, which they feel pretty darn new. Still flexible, didn't turn brown from sitting, and weathering too much, but and they were inside a shed, just not climate controlled, I'm guessing. But these tires, I don't think I paid $150 for two Shinkos. I could be wrong. I got a deal on Rocky Mountain, but I'm not even sure how long they last or supposed to last, because I just never looked into them too deep because of some of the bad reviews when they were brand new. Is this it? Is this it? Is this it? Yep. I did the same thing yesterday. Slid the back tire while braking with the front. Anyways, I don't know how long they're supposed to last. I guess I'll do that re-research since I'm running them now, just to see what to possibly expect, even though I don't know how many miles are truly on them. But yesterday I was slowing down for what looked silty and muddy and slick, and I probably still will because I'm still used to having to do that, and I'm not going to on purpose go through mud. But if I come up on something and it's the best route, or I don't have a good alternative, no problem. Because these side knobbies are really good at holding on if you're on a slant, so to speak. You know, one side of the trail is higher than the other. That looks like my tracks from yesterday. But yeah, when you have one side of the trail that's higher than the other, and even with the mud so far, I go up to the high side of the trail where my tires are right at the edge of the mud, right at the edge of a drop off, and the old 804, 805s, those would just slip off because no lateral stability. You couldn't ride the high point of a trail, especially if there was too much of a lean to the section you're trying to ride on, or anything slippery. You just couldn't hold that, front or rear, but because the rear is powered, it's going to be the first to lose traction unless you're braking a little or putting a lot of weight on the front end. So this is turning more into a MotoZ Tractionator Adventure versus the 804, 805 Shinko. And that's not what I started this out as, but I guess I'll retitle the video if I use this. So, if somebody asks me right now, are the MotoZ Tractionator Adventures worth it on something like the KLR 650 and its equivalents? So far, which is why I hate giving early reviews, abso-frickin-lutely. They are not a replacement for riding skill. I think because of running the Shinko 804, 805, there I go, bringing those up again, having to baby those a certain way and ride a certain way because of those tires, I do believe that would make a person better on these tires. Okay, that was, let's just ride through the, not through that ravine of mud though. I think I ran up through this. Yep, there's my track from yesterday where I ran through this. Absolutely beautiful.